Pursuit of the 3 C's: confident, concise, and consistent provider recommendations for adolescent vaccines, featuring healthcare visits at ages 16 and 18. This video is brought to you by Unity Consortium, a nonprofit organization with a mission to provide action-oriented leadership, innovation, and education on immunization and preventive healthcare for adolescents and young adults, and was developed in collaboration with the University of Colorado School of Medicine Behavioral Health and Wellness Program and Indiana University School of Medicine, Division of Adolescent Medicine. This video series demonstrates common discussions about adolescent vaccines with families, featuring healthcare visits with teens who are 16 and 18 years old. First, you will learn how to balance the standard presumptive recommendation for the meningococcal ACWY or MenACWY vaccine and a shared clinical decision-making recommendation for meningococcal B or MenB vaccine in vaccination conversations. The recommendation and information is shared in a confident, concise, and consistent manner with both the parent and the adolescent involved in the decision-making process. Second, you will learn about the types of questions commonly expressed by parents about the meningitis vaccines and how to view these questions as a normal part of the vaccination conversation. Finally, you will be shown some simple motivational interviewing, or MI interventions, that can help parents and adolescents move from being hesitant about a vaccination to a position of acceptance. Motivational interviewing is a guiding style of communication that elicits an individual's own motivation for behavior change. In this demonstration, Josh, who is 16 years old, and his mother, Mrs. Mitchell, present for a well visit. This time, Mrs. Mitchell is okay with the booster dose of MenACWY, but hesitates to commit to the MenB vaccine. Watch as the healthcare provider recommends the 2 meningitis vaccinations to this teen and mom according to current CDC guidelines. You'll see how she also uses motivational interviewing skills in support of collaboration, teen and parent autonomy, and shared clinical decision-making.
Hi, Josh, Mrs. Mitchell. Nice to see you again.
Hey.
Good to see you too.
So Josh, how are things going with the college search?
It's going all right, I guess. Mom and I are going to visit a bunch of colleges in the next few months, and it looks like I could get a scholarship for wrestling to at least one of them.
We haven't made any decisions yet. It's still early, but it's nice to know Josh will have some options.
Well, I'm really happy for all of you. It's great to have options and to see all of your hard work paying off, Josh.
I guess. I'll just be happy when the year's over.
You know, I get that. Today we're scheduled for a well visit. Let's start with talking about vaccines. We'll give Josh the booster dose of the meningitis vaccine that covers 4 types of the bacteria that causes meningitis. He received the first dose of this vaccine when he was 11. There's also another type of meningitis vaccine for meningococcal B that I'd like to discuss with you.
We expected the meningitis booster shot today, and we're okay with that, but I don't want Josh to get the meningitis B vaccine today too. I don't think he needs that one now, so let's hold off.
So you're leaning towards holding off on the MenB today, and that is perfectly okay. This is your decision. I just want to be sure you have the information you need to make an informed decision. I'm curious though, what have you heard about the vaccine?
I know that this disease is rare. Does he really need the vaccine?
Is it okay if I share with both of you some information about the MenB vaccine and why I recommend it for you, Josh?
Sure.
You already know that meningitis is a serious brain infection that, although uncommon, can progress rapidly and lead to death or other serious long-term health problems. The vaccine that Josh has already received protects against 4 types of the meningitis bacteria. The MenB vaccine, which requires 2 doses, protects against an additional type of the meningitis bacteria that is actually the cause of most meningitis outbreaks in the U.S. today. Most cases occur between the ages of 16 and 23, and while the incidence is low, college students are at an increased risk for MenB disease. What questions, if any, do you have about the MenB vaccine?
Is this a new vaccine? Are there any side effects?
Great questions. Actually, vaccine for MenB have been used in the U.S. since 2014. And as with most vaccines, the most common side effects don't last very long and are typically mild. They include soreness or swelling where the shot is given, tiredness, headaches, muscle pains. More than half of the adolescents will experience one or more of these, and less often, some people have nausea. These symptoms usually go away in a few days.
Those sound like some serious side effects, Dr. Jackson. Josh has a wrestling tournament in 2 days. This is an important tournament. He's got to be at his best. I don't think we can risk that.
You're mainly concerned about the side effects of the shot and Josh's ability to compete?
Yes.
Well, I might not get any of those side effects, Mom.
True, but you could also get all of the side effects and then you wouldn't be able to participate in the tournament.
Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't want that to happen.
Of course, we wouldn't want that to happen. And at the same time, the vaccine is the best way to prevent a very serious disease. Having said that, I want us all to do what is in the best interest for Josh. What other questions, if any, do you have for me?
Well, is it safe to get both vaccines on the same day?
It is safe to get both at the same time. He would get one shot in each arm, as recommended. Perhaps you need some time to think about it?
We just weren't expecting a new vaccine today, and I do need some time to think about it.
Well, I'll give you an information sheet on the MenB vaccine, and we can talk about it the next time you come in.
Dr. Jackson, I do have one more question. Is this a vaccine you would give to your child?
Absolutely, yes. My children were vaccinated for MenB around Josh's age.
Well, that is reassuring. We'll look at the information and make a decision before we see you again. Josh?
I'm good with that.
Great. Josh and I will continue with the examination, and then Joseph will come in to give Josh a shot when we're done.
All right, I'll be outside, Josh.
Here, once again, we saw the healthcare provider start with the presumptive recommendation for MenACWI and the use of a more participatory shared clinical decision-making approach for MenB. However, this time, the parent is hesitant to make a decision about the MenB vaccine. Because the healthcare provider's goal is to facilitate a process of collaborative clinical decision-making about MenB, she uses MI skills to demonstrate a desire to elicit and understand the parent's concerns. She also demonstrates the spirit of MI by sharing information with permission, seeking collaboration in the clinical decision-making process, and making 2 strong autonomy support statements at the beginning and the end of the conversation. Finally, the healthcare provider uses core MI skills, such as open-ended questions and reflective listening. Did you notice the common questions that were posed by the parent? She asked,
Is this a new vaccine? Are there any side effects? Does he really need the vaccine?
For each question, the healthcare provider gave a confident, concise, and consistent answer. Just as in the first demonstration, the healthcare provider did not include any additional information beyond what was asked that might have increased the parent's hesitancy. In this demonstration, we will see now 17-year-old Josh and his mother, Mrs. Mitchell, return for a follow-up visit to get the MenB vaccine.
Hello, Josh. I can't wait to hear what college you've chosen.
Well, I've decided on one, and I want to stay local, so I'm going to the state university.
He got a good scholarship. And even though he'll be living in the dorm freshman year, he'll be nearby, so we'll still get to see him.
You know, that's wonderful. I'm really excited for you. So, Mrs. Mitchell, the last time you and Josh were in, we talked about the MenB vaccine. I'm wondering if you had a chance to read the information I shared and what your thoughts are about getting the vaccine today.
Yes, we reviewed the vaccine information that you gave us, and we did some research on our own. We know that MenB is rare, but the reactions I was concerned about pale in comparison to the disease. We're going to get the vaccine today.
I'm glad that you've come to a decision that works for you and Josh. Was there anything else you needed today or that you wanted to discuss?
I don't think so. Josh?
I'm good.
Okay. I'll send Joseph in to give Josh his shot, and we'll also schedule Josh for the second dose of the MenB vaccine. Okay?
This brief demonstration illustrates the power of shared decision-making. With the needed information to make an informed decision and without unnecessary pressure from the healthcare provider, this parent and adolescent came to the decision to vaccinate on their own. Through these demonstrations, Unity hopes to empower healthcare providers to make vaccine recommendations in a confident, concise, and consistent manner, engaging both parents and adolescents in the decision-making process. You can learn more about Unity and find helpful resources, tools, and educational materials about adolescent immunization and preventive health care for you and the parents and adolescents you serve at our website, www.unity14vax.org.